You didn't lose the day because of spilled coffee, traffic, or a missed call. You lost it the moment you surrendered your peace to things that don't even know you exist. That's the raw truth. If something so small can break you, it means you were never trained to be whole. It ends today. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, which country are you watching this video from? You woke up late. The coffee spilled. Someone cut you off in traffic. The text you were hoping for never arrived. A small mistake at work exploded into drama. And just like that, your whole day felt ruined. But here's what they never tell you. It wasn't the traffic. It wasn't the delay. It wasn't that person's attitude. It was you. You handed over your peace like it was nothing. You allowed something fragile to break something eternal. You lost a war to something that wasn't even fighting you. And that's the part most people never understand. If you don't master yourself, everything else will. A stranger's words, a glitch, the weather, a phone that stays silent. You'll become a puppet pulled by invisible strings, always on edge, easily broken. Like you're made of glass, waiting for the next minor thing to shatter you. But you're not here to live like that. Not anymore. That's not how a Stoic lives. That's not how you'll live, because this life will test you again and again and again. The real question is never, why did this happen to me? It's, what will I do now that it has? The way of the Stoic isn't about escaping pain. It's not about pretending things don't go wrong. It's about not allowing the wrong things to dominate your day. It's about holding your center when the world spins without mercy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Read it again. The pain is your estimate. The anger, the tension, the frustration, they are not automatic. They are chosen. And this may be the hardest truth you'll ever accept. Most of your suffering is self-created. You gave a moment the power to poison your entire day. You let a person who doesn't even matter dictate your emotional weather. Let me ask you, what does it cost you to take everything personally? What does it cost your mind to constantly replay things that will mean nothing tomorrow? What does it cost your power to let small passing moments control your life? The Stoic understands peace is not found outside. It is forged inside. And whatever can disturb you still controls you. Epictetus said, "There is only one way to happiness. Stop worrying about things beyond your control." That's it. That's the mission. Your job isn't to make the world gentle. Your job is to become unshakable. You don't control traffic. You control your breath. You don't control others. You control how much they can affect you. You don't control outcomes. You control your effort, your discipline, your emotional frame. There is a battle inside you. The part that reacts to everything versus the part that watches, breathes, and waits. One lives in chaos. The other lives in calm power. And the space between them? That's training. Yeah, training. Because emotional discipline is a muscle, and most people never build it. They're shaken by every little thing, and then they wonder why life feels like a storm. You want to be free. Train your mind to pause, to watch the chaos without becoming it, to respond with choice, not habit. That's the real flex, not reacting. Choosing, staying composed while others unravel, holding your inner world sacred even when the outer world goes insane. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And he was right. We replay things like broken records. We invent worst-case scenarios. We drown in storms that only exist in our minds. But the Stoic sees clearly. The Stoic breaks the loop. The Stoic knows most problems are just noise. And you don't owe your life to noise. Most of your stress doesn't come from what happened. It comes from what you expected to happen. You expected people to behave better. You expected life to cooperate. You expected ease. But when it doesn't happen, you crumble. Stoicism doesn't teach you to suppress reality. It teaches you to accept it without collapse, to stop resisting what is. And when you do that, you become free. This doesn't mean you're numb. It means you're in command. It means your mood isn't tossed around by every wave. It means you stop assuming everything's about you. Not every look is judgment. Not every silence is rejection. Not every problem is personal. Sometimes life is just life. And your power is to meet it as it is, not as you want it to be. When you can walk through noise and still hear your own thoughts, that's discipline. When someone tries to provoke you and you remain still, that's real confidence. When the day crumbles and you stay composed, that's emotional mastery. The world wants you reactive, addicted, easily offended. That's how it controls you. The Stoic rises above. You don't argue with fire. You respect its nature. You don't beg the rain to stop. You bring a coat. Likewise, you don't demand that life never get messy. You become the kind of person who doesn't fold when it does. And that's what makes you rare. That's what makes you powerful. So the next time something tiny threatens your peace, I want you to pause. I want you to breathe. And I want you to remember, you are the one who decides. You are the gatekeeper. You decide what enters. You decide what stays. You decide what's worth your energy and what can pass like a cloud in the sky. If this message stirred something inside you, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button. Join our growing family at Aurelius Insights, where we don't just survive the storm, we train for it. Until next time, stay calm, stay clear, stay powerful.